forgot something. G'day, I'm Blake Ryan. Welcome to Monster of the Week 1970 Stuttgart via Gauntlet Community Role-Playing Group Hangouts. Got 4 eager players here with me. Clint's just doing his divine character creation. We'll get things rolling. As usual, we've got X card on the table if anything comes up people aren't comfortable with, but should all be cool. Does anybody remember what happened last time?
So we were investigating a mystery at a railway yard, weren't we? And there was some, there'd been some killings.
No, that was the first session.
That was the first session, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had started on a new mystery. I'm trying to remember what the new mystery was.
I remember plants, and I remember being scared of stuff.
Okay. Yeah. So the state fair or Canifest was there, and some people started hallucinating and stuff. And you followed them. You got to follow the trail, and then there was some more people hallucinating in the local botanic gardens.
Yeah.
And I think several of the team were afflicted with the fear hallucinations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that had just happened. Open that. That one. Okay. So you're looking around the area. There's like a pond that you're in, and you're looking around the area. You found some leaves which were like orange and purple in color, which you hadn't seen around some of the other areas of the gardens. I'm pretty sure. So many pages of notes. So yeah, Sepp had a fear of drowning, and Ernesto kind of touched him and on the shoulder to try and calm him down. All right, Clint, how are you going? You have any questions about anything, or?
Almost there.
Okay, no worries. Just need to link you to the party in some way. You just want to choose one of your history questions and throw it out there, and we'll see if someone wants to grab it.
Sure. I'm gonna pick a question. Their prayer summoned me.
Okay.
The thing is their prayer, perhaps an informal or unconscious prayer, summoned you?
I mean, I could see that happening with Nate for sure. Where Nate is, I mean, he's not much of a praying person, but I could definitely see them.
Like he's doing a ritual or something, and he
right.
misinterpreted the meaning of the ancient words or something, and actually,
right, exactly. And then Clint's character shows up, and Nate's like, "Wait, what?"
I'm like right behind you. All of a sudden,
hi,
hello.
Okay, so yeah, this would have happened in the past. So you've met before. So even if it was 6 months ago or whatever, because the default thing is all of the characters work for Algen, which is the West German sort of investigation of supernatural stuff. But at some point in the past, Nate summoned Clint's character, yet to be named. Okay. Yeah.
My character is Carmen.
Please don't say San Diego.
No, not at all.
What? Carmen Una Angelos? Or Una Angelo?
San Francisco.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming you're playing the basically the Angel playbook, right?
With Divine, yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, the Divine.
Okay.
So pulling straight from what was that? Power of the Three. What was that? What was that witch's show back in the day?
Charmed.
Yes. So you're playing that character from Charmed.
God.
Was that Jennifer Love Hewitt's one?
Yeah. No, there was a whole love triangle about Angel, or 2 or 3. I didn't actually watch it, but you know.
Or Buffy? Thinking of Buffy? Angel?
No. In Charmed, there was Leo the White Lighter, and then there was a
that's
half
right.
sister who was half angel and had wit. Yeah, but yeah, it was all rubbish.
Okay. Or you
So-
could be Waverly from like Waverly from why am I drawing a blank on
But
that?
it doesn't have to be
Place?
Christian. It could be, could be ancient Egypt sort of religious base.
Sure,
It's
sure.
up to
But you are an answer to a prayer. Cool.
Yep. Okay. So in the gardens, so Sepp had a sort of freak out moment where something weird happened to him, and Ernesto managed to calm him down. You've looked around the area and you got those weird leaves. Whoever was it, William, who was here last time, he got called back to base. He had to head off because. Okay. So yeah, people have been freaking out in various places. There's been 2 lots of 2, 1 lot at the fair, 2 lot and 1 lot, second lot at the gardens. You're all in the gardens. You can look around here. You can go back to base and kind of review your evidence. What do you want to do, you 3?
Well, I definitely want to gather up some of those leaves that seemed unusual to us.
Yeah, I don't remember the details of that clue with the leaves.
Yeah, you only just found them, so
okay. So we have to analyze them. Or at
yeah,
least
you haven't had
examine them.
Sabine, the forensic lady, Davis quiz yet. Okay. All right. So you make sure everyone's all right. No one's actually drowning. He just felt like it for a bit.
Yeah.
Head back to base. Once you get there, the boss, I can't remember what the boss's name was, but anyway, they have assigned Carmen to assist you with this because William got called away on another case. And I think at this point, Nate's the only one that's worked with Carmen before. Nate, you want to introduce Carmen? Or?
So I definitely, good to see you again. Ernesto, Sepp, this is Carmen. She and I have worked together, I think, at least once before. Yes.
Yes, I've shown up when needed.
Yes, Carmen's very good at showing up exactly when you need her.
So what's Carmen look like? Is she got built like a brick shit house, or is she sort of tiny
No,
little thing, or what?
She's actually sort of small. I'm imagining kind of like Winona Ryder.
Okay, yep.
But when she needs to be, she can all of a sudden seem bigger than she is, although physically she doesn't change.
Just her demeanor.
Yeah, it's like all of a sudden she's big in stature or character as opposed to stature.
Is that that effect where like the camera zooms out at the same time as changing focal length, so that it's like suddenly she feels like she just fills the screen?
Yeah, there's definitely some odd forced perspectives going on.
Okay, yeah, just like,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you wanted to get All right, so Sabine, the forensics lady, will take the leads and have a look at them. That's going to take a bit of time. It's now like 4 in the afternoon, and it's autumn, so yeah, it's getting a bit cooler. What? Are you doing anything special at the base? We'll go around Ernesto.
Okay. So I'm going to take a bit to try to hunt through archives to see if there's any mention of like infectious fear dreams.
Right.
Something like this seems like maybe someone has seen this before. So I'm curious if we've got any records of it.
Okay. Sip, what are you doing?
Okay.
I mean, you could just wait for the forensics and go and have a beer. It's up to you. You don't have to be proactive.
I don't know. We'll wait for the forensics, see what they come up with. Yeah, I'm fine.
You have got to trust your gut thing, but you could always save that for later too.
I do. I think I need to be on the site for that though, because it leads me to, so I think I need to be maybe kind of somewhere where it's going to take me. So, because back at base,
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. No, that's fair enough. Nate, what are you up to?
I think I'm going to do just enough work so that it doesn't look like I'm slacking off. And then
oh no, I'm slacking off.
And then 5:30 forensic hasn't come in yet. I think I'm just going to come back to this tomorrow when I've got more rest. It's been a strange day.
So yeah, the boss and that would have filled in Carmen. Basically, there's people having weird visions or hallucinations. It's been 2 lots of 2, and they were assigned you to sort of help these 3 with this investigation, and you worked with Nate before. Okay, so the forensics tell you, where is it? Yeah, it's definitely plant, not animal, and it's a psychotropic. Yeah, I get the words out. Psychotropic hallucinogen. I've got a thing in note saying, Nate, you could roll your fortunes thing. What the hell is that?
Oh, I do have a thing where once per mystery I can use some divination techniques.
Okay, did you want to try that, or you don't think you're in the zone for that? No, don't have to.
Once I hear back the details from the leaves, then I'm probably going to use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? I think it's been renamed or something. Right. Do you have the details there? Because for some reason it's not on my thing. Where is Monster of the Week?
This is fortunes, right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I'm looking at that right now. If you look at what the future holds, roll plus weird. So you have how much hold on this right now?
I haven't rolled it yet for this.
Oh, you haven't rolled it yet.
I haven't rolled it yet.
So then you roll plus weird, and
exactly.
On a 10 plus you get 3 hold. On a 7 to 9 you get 1 hold. On a miss, bad things happen.
So when how are you doing? I mean, are you a tarot person? You got a crystal ball in your backpack, or
very much a tarot person?
Right. This sect has ancient prophecies or divination techniques to predict the future, and I think you determined it was divination techniques.
Yeah, exactly.
In this case.
And sorry, I don't have the roller anymore. Does anybody mind if I use old-fashioned dice?
If you want, I'll put a link for the.
Actually, I'll use that then.
Okay.
I'll use the roll with me.
Mm-hmm.
Move that over here.
Right.
The first time I used this site, I had 5 failures in a row, and it's like, come on, why am I dead yet? So it's
Okay,
amazing.
I'm gonna copy that into the thingy because there are abilities you need to invoke. So I'm just gonna copy that.
Okay. And I think I just click that. There we go.
All right, hopefully that.
So that is a 11.
Okay, so that's 3 hold.
Excellent.
All right.
So I need to be just in time to plus 4, good plus 4, 100. So it doesn't happen. So yeah, so that's definitely stuff. That's sort of like I get to, when something happens, I get to rewrite it and say, nope, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Spending my hold.
some decent narrative currency.
Yeah, exactly. So that's, I think, the first thing I do once we've got that information.
Okay.
And then we should gather together and talk about what our next steps are, whatever they are.
All right. Well, we can say it's 6 o'clock, so you can go to dinner or something if you like. Or
is there any information about what kind of plant it is? Like if family or it's related to something or anything like that? Just any more detail on that? Like it's actually a plant and not a fungus, for example? Like a lot of psychotropics?
No, I'm going to go with the fungus. Yep, it is.
Oh, it's actually, it looks like leaves, but it's actually a fruiting body.
Yeah, they can't find one that's exactly like it, which is either means it's been manufactured or it's from some really remote place. But yeah, it does share some traits with magic mushrooms.
Okay, so it's like cyclobin variation thereof. Okay, cool.
I don't have a lot of experience with psychoactives. Is it normally this specific where it just gives you one thing, the thing you're afraid of?
No, that part is definitely unusual. Clint / Carmen, do you have any questions, input, something you want to do?
No, I'm still trying to get the lay of the land about your mystery and whatnot. So,
okay. So that's cool. I'll recap. So, 1970 Stuttgart, West Germany. There's been 2 incidences of like fear-based hallucinogen sort of experiences. 2 people at the fair and then 2 people at the gardens. You got some leaves from the gardens, which they analyse and think these might be involved in some way. There wasn't a link between the people in terms of, they weren't all female or they weren't all 20 years old or anything. The 4 people affected were completely unrelated. There's no sort of similar traits. What else have you found out?
And this hallucination, it will work on anybody. It doesn't key to any particular age.
That's right. Yeah. And Seth was affected at one point, and 40 was drowning, even though standing in a pond that was only about a foot deep.
Did we ever figure out how Seth was exposed to it? Was it like a contact thing? Did you eat something before that might have ingested it?
We were investigating the ponds, weren't we?
You were looking around the area, yeah. But he didn't eat anything. It wasn't like a bad Kransky or anything from the fair. It was.
No. I'm just trying to figure out how the psychoactive got to him.
I think it was either contact or inhalation. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was inhalation because you didn't find the leaves till afterwards.
So perhaps the spores are even more hallucinogenic.
That would make a lot of sense, and it would explain the sort of the randomness of all of it, but at the same time that it has a sort of are they perhaps being released from the greenhouse and traveling on the wind?
Well, here's the thing. We're seeing fruiting bodies, which would be left over from the spores coming out, right? That the fruiting bodies are the part of the fungus that emits the spores that are probably what is people are inhaling and causing these hallucination effects. But we're finding these fruiting bodies just deposited. It's almost like we have a mobile mushroom or mobile fungus that is emitting these fruiting bodies in different places.
Yes.
Because, fungus are capable of moving just like plants do, but they usually do so at a much slower time frame.
Right. Right.
Than
Usually
say,
quite slowly.
than say your average West German.
Right.
So
I mean, I suppose it is also possible that someone is moving this fungus, like someone is,
it is,
for some reason, was carrying it through.
but I'm surprised that the fruiting bodies are sort of deposited like this.
Yeah.
Yes, rather than sort of, I guess the opposite would be that it stays in one area and people who enter and exit that area are not affected.
Right. But the thing is, we've seen this in multiple different places.
Yes, exactly.
So it's not like a single spot where fungus. I mean,
Mhm.
and the other thing to remember is that fruiting bodies are usually a small piece of the actual fungus. Just like a flower is a small piece of a plant.
Right. If a person was infected with this fungus, could they perhaps be emitting these fruiting bodies without knowing it?
That's possible.
Or perhaps while knowing it. But yes.
That's the shot of the gardens
Mhm.
and the pond that Sepp didn't actually drown in, but felt like it.
That's embarrassingly small and shallow.
Okay.
There's waves engulfing me.
Okay, but now, you got the forensic reports back. It's like 6, so it's dark, getting colder because it's autumn.
Autumn.
Fall.
Autumn is when plants start to hibernate, right?
Well, some of them, yeah. Depends if they're evergreen or deciduous or whatever. Yep.
I wonder if that's related. I wonder if I mean, I know nothing of plants. I'm thinking of do dandelions exist in West Germany?
Yeah.
I assume so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of dandelions. They at a certain point they stop being a flower and they start just being a collection of seeds, and then you blow them and they go everywhere.
Yeah, then the same principle applies to fungus. Although autumn may be more of a typical time for fungus to spread because there's more, fungal nutrient mass with dead leaves and so on.
Can we get advice from an agency, forensics expert, or ideally a botanist? I don't know how many botanists they have on staff, but if we have anyone we can call in for expert advice on, to kind of point us in a direction.
Well, you took them to Sabine, the forensics lady, and she said, it's definitely plant, fungi.
Okay. Okay, well, that narrows it down a bit. So it's not a water plant, it's not a tree or anything like that.
Right, but it's a relative of the cycloplin, psychotropic mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being a fungus, they grow in the ground, right? Don't they? So
usually they grow in deteriorating organic matter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, there was certainly a lot of that around the fairground, but again,
right,
these don't seem to be growing; they seem to be moving.
But it occurred at a very limited time. So what I'm thinking is, it's not like there's a colony, probably not like there's a colony of this fungus growing in the ground there, and it's
No, because only 2 people affected both times, so
right.
it's not like
it would be affecting a lot of people all at the same time.
Right, and always in the same place.
Exactly.
Well, unless the colony is huge and extends all the way from the fairgrounds to the gardens.
Yeah, so I think that idea about someone or something that's infected that's carrying it around,
right,
makes sense. Yeah,
yes, I think it's
or someone who's exploiting some heretofore unrecognizable psychotropic mushroom, but
somebody could be doing it deliberately. That's true.
Right, but it's if it was an inhalation instead of an ingestion, that suggests that it's more the mushrooms naturally excreting spores.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
So it's like 6 at night. Are you all going out for dinner, or are you? We need to get Carmen up to speed.
Right.
So the most appropriate way to do that, I'm assuming, is over beer.
Yeah. What sort of cafe or restaurant are you going to?
I think we have a usual pub.
There was a past restaurant.
Ooh,
although would it be our usual beer garden?
Up to you.
Well, I love beer as much as any other West German, but I do also love my pasta. So,
Fair enough.
as long as if we could get both, I'm happy.
Oh no, I think a beer garden would be appropriate for getting food as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
With the new pretzel bonus.
Yes. If we are dealing with something that's inhaled, then I think one of our first moves tomorrow needs to be to find some masks, just in case.
Oh yeah, good plan.
Is there anything about psychotropics where if you experience them once, you are more resistant?
I believe that the answer is that you can become more, less, or doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Depending on the psychotropic and your response to it.
Excellent.
So,
Excellent.
I mean, if
No
nutmeg
idea.
is any indication, then there are psychotropics that are extremely bad for you to be exposed to twice.
How fast your metabolism is definitely a factor. Like younger people who are quite fit generally weren't affected by it as long. It just while it hit quicker, it also went away quicker.
Right. So it's basically acting like a neurological toxin.
Interesting. Okay. And it seems so far to be non-fatal. No, the only if this is being done deliberately, the only reason I can think of for someone to do that is unethical testing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's not fatal until it happens to somebody who's close to a window.
Yes, fair. Isn't stopped by somebody to throw them out.
Right.
Yeah.
But what's Cartman having at this restaurant, do you think?
I think I would like to add before we get here just a little montage of me like over the shoulder of all three of you, like kind of poking you, just saying, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that?" Just kind of being like not judgy, but just like genuinely curious about all the interesting things that you're doing right now. Like, oh, that's really cool. Like, so just a little moment with each of you, just to kind of like start working with each one of you. And so you get to know me. So what was your question?
What are you having at the restaurant? You think a bowl of pasta or just some toast?
Yeah, I haven't had pasta in hundreds of years. And when Nate, is that your name?
Yeah, yeah.
No, when Nate mentioned that, my eyes lit up. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a carb overload tonight for sure.
Oh yes, you must try the oyster, the crap. I'm immediately blanked on pasta. You must try the seafood penne. It is so delicious here.
Yes, and wine, of course.
Okay.
Although,
Sip, what do you think you're having?
Rice beer and pretzels, I think.
All right.
Maybe a schnitzel.
Yeah. It's South Australia, and a lot of Germans came here between World War I and II. So every single pub has a variety of schnitzels here. It's a standard thing. We love them.
I mean,
that's so cool.
I mean, basically, there's not a whole lot of gap between a schnitzel and a tonkatsu. So it's a very broadly applicable dish, as much as we don't always think of it that way.
Okay. I can get rid of that. Yeah. Too many tabs open. All right. So you just want to generally talk about work while you're at this thing?
Yeah. And then I think when we're done talking about work, we have some sort of personal chat. We just talk about like now's the time for the non-work chat. Now's the time for the funny stories and the talking about what's at the cinema. The sort of like the very deliberately not talking about work.
Yeah, rather than talking about the new expense, complaining about the new expenses policy.
Oh, I would be happy to go the rest of my life no longer hearing somebody complain about the news and expenses policy.
So what's in 1970s?
I'll-
Kelly's Heroes, Catch 22.
Yeah.
I'll be speculating about how far along the secret moon base is. And which country it belongs to.
Yeah. Oh, they're still landing men on the moon at this time, aren't they?
Yes, they are. That's an active endeavor.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
And I can't help but tease Ernesto a little bit and suggest that drop a couple of hints that maybe I know people who know how far along the moon base is.
I mean, that's why I'm bringing it up. I'm just trying to get you to reveal something.
Try to get to it. Yep. See, we know this game. We're playing this game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of Russians put a dog in space, Americans put a person on the moon, X named country, moon base.
There's no way the Americans beat the Russians to the moon. The Russians have been ahead of the Americans the whole time. There's no way they beat them. So why are the Russians keeping it secret?
Yes. Well, I mean, it's obviously because of what they found on the dark side of the moon.
Of course.
Right. You know. Mm-hmm. Or what found them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
So yeah, the food's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. The wine is really good.
Excellent.
As long as the potato salad is warm.
Yes.
No. Good German potato salad should be served warm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Although, my goodness, they do. Well, actually, never mind. I think we have a discussion for a while about the proper way to flavor a potato salad.
Well, there are multiple ways to do it.
Right.
You know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Shall we skip to the next morning, or are we going to try and do something that night? Or
I mean, I think I could be talked into doing something for the rest of the night, but otherwise, I'm definitely done for the night.
Yeah. Mushrooms tend to fruit early. So we may want to get an early night so we can be up before the crack of dawn.
Yeah. Should we meet there? We'll meet at the
Yes.
gardens. Yeah.
I think meeting there before many people get there, and that might not be a bad idea.
sorry, where is there? The fairground or the botanical gardens?
We'll probably start in the gardens
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gardens. Yeah.
because we know that Seth was exposed there. So
Carmen's going to stay up all night reading the books on the various plants because she doesn't sleep.
Okay. Does she use like a side table lamp, or does the light come from her eyes? And
Oh, good question. So, well, I think she can see in the dark better than regular humans. Not like I can see in the dark, but like a little bit of light can go a long way. So maybe just a little bit of a street light from the window is enough for her to read the large font in the books and look at the pictures.
No worries. Okay. So you meet at the gardens in the morning. So you're there. Okay. So yeah, many of the plants you read about last night, Carmen, are in the gardens. Some of the pictures in the books didn't do them justice because some of them were just sort of sketches, but yeah, it's quite lovely. It's quite a wide variety of, bushes and flowers and trees, and yeah, it's quite a nice garden.
yeah, we want to split up and look for more traces of these fruiting bodies.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, have we had a chance to gather up masks?
Sure.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that I have a past due gas mask in some vehicle somewhere. But We can requisition something a little more reliable.
I was thinking something a little less conspicuous.
Right. Well, I'm not sure there are less conspicuous gas masks in this era.
Yeah, not necessarily in the 70s. But yeah, you can get one to at least cover that part, sort of thing.
Right.
I'm hoping everyone brought a bag so you can just tuck your mask in the bag.
Yes, absolutely.
And only put it on when you need to. So.
Okay. Yep. So you're walking around the gardens. So this would be.
Yes. I'm going to specifically attempt to manipulate someone.
Okay.
Because I like to think that I'm charming.
Are you talking about an NPC or what?
An NPC, yeah. I'm going to find one of the people that I didn't speak to yesterday.
Okay.
Someone who works there early in the morning, and just and talk to them about how I'm really interested in fruiting fungi. I try and use some of the knowledge that Ernesto dropped on me yesterday. Like, oh yes, the fungi that fruit and the fruiting bodies, fungi. I try and subtly describe the leaves. I remember seeing these vibrant leaves that were these bright colors, and see if I can get them to drop something or point me in the right direction.
All right. So, Carmen, are you with Nate at this point?
Yeah, I think he started walking in one direction, and I slowly just was walking behind him. I may have kind of gotten sidetracked at the beautiful plants. And do you think am I susceptible to these spores?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool. So I'm shortly behind him. So if he's talking to someone, I'm about a paragraph of dialogue behind.
But you can tell he's talking out his ass by what you read last night. Okay. So if you want to roll, what is it, plus charm, Nate?
Yes. Love to. That is a 9 in total.
Okay, they'll do it. So what do you actually want from them?
I want to... First off, I want to know if there is some kind of conspiracy going on here and if they're involved with it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. I'm feeling out to see if the staff knows about this psychotropic and if they are either deliberately or unintentionally keeping it from the public.
Yeah.
Okay. If you promise not to arrest him, this is Jacob, the young guy, in his 20s or something. If you promise not to arrest him, he'll let you in on what's going on.
I promise not to arrest you as long as you don't try to murder somebody in front of me. How's that sound?
No, I'm not hurting anyone. He knows nothing about any psychotropics. He's got some really good weed, and he's happy to give you a big bunch of that. But he knows nothing about other psychotropics.
We can have that conversation later, my friend.
What's his job? What's his position here?
He's a gardener.
Purely coincidentally, he has a large amount of botanical. Actually, they are psychotropics, but yes.
Yeah, but they're not full on shrooms or anything.
Oh yeah, they're not hallucinogens.
No.
Yeah. So,
So while they're chatting to them, Ernesto and Sip, what are you up to?
I think this is a good time for me to try out that move. What is it? Trust your gut.
All right.
See where it takes me. So this is when you consult your instincts about what to do next. Roll plus weird. So I'm just kind of wandering around the botanical gardens, wondering what all of these weird plants are. Trying to think like a fungus. What would a fungus do? Roll plus weird, which is not my best stat. Actually, my worst stat. So, but wait, what the heck? What's the worst that could happen? Let's give that a shot. What? Can you? Is it even possible to roll 0? Hang on. Oh no, because I haven't got any dice. Why have I not got any dice selected? I rolled with no dice. I think. So let's give that another go. I did it again. Did I? I don't know if I'm doing this right.
Oh, you can just type 2d6 plus whatever in that top bar, and that'll help.
I don't know what I did the last time, but this time I got a 6. Hurrah!
Cool bananas. Okay. All right.
Where
So
does
you're
that
looking around.
take me? What am I going to find around here? What could possibly go wrong? This is a cool looking plant. I'll try eating some of that.
It's an excellent plan. Ernesto, what are you doing as he's about to munch on a plant?
I mean, we've all got our. We've all got our investigative techniques, and I'm not going to say that. I mean, he's experienced a hallucinogen. He would know better than I would whether that plant is giving him a hallucinogenic effect. So I'm not going to stop him. No.
Okay, yeah, your tongue starts to feel sort of swollen and as that's happening. Now,
it's like, okay, so clearly something terrible is happening to Seth. Okay.
Yeah, you can still breathe and everything, but your mouth is quite sort of numb and swollen.
All right. Well, I'm going to take a look at the plant and any signage about it. Is there any information about said plant? Like, is it traditionally used to numb injuries?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So, right, a salve from this is used to. Right, it was used to ease the pain. So it's okay. So you just tranquilized your mouth.
Yeah.
So that suggests to me that he's not going to suddenly keel over anytime soon.
No.
Although I need to watch. Although I will probably be, making sure he doesn't start keeling over or falling over a bit and doesn't start suddenly having his heart stop.
It's just annoying.
Okay. How much did you swallow?
Okay.
I didn't think you'd actually. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I thought you were just tasting it.
It's nice.
Yeah, I mean, it tastes and smells good. It just okay. So,
Okay.
because I'm going to say Nate and Sep would have like CB radios because no mobile phones. So, you get a call saying Horst has gone missing. Now, Horst was the person / spotter folk creature you arrested from the previous mission.
Yeah.
There was a police person escorting them, and that they haven't reported in, and that Horst has gone missing apparently. Now they tell you the officer escorting Horst was the one that you two previously found out is a KGB agent, and you'd been keeping an eye on and feeding misinformation to. So you know where his sort of secret base is, but of course, if you go there, you give the game away. You can't blackmail him anymore or feed him misinformation.
Yeah, we'd be giving up that contact. So I gathered the team together. I gathered the team together. Listen, I assume you all heard, but just in case you didn't, Horst has escaped. and it seems like it was with the help of that KGB double agent that was it Ernesto and I?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that Ernesto and I were dangling along.
And to clarify, horse was like a spider, turned out to be a spider creature for Callan's benefit.
I know that
some sort of spider shapeshifter.
Yeah, exactly. I know it's not related to our. I mean, I assume it's not related to our current investigation, but I really think we need to.
I'm going to ask.
Is this you spending a hold or something?
Yeah, I'm spending my hold on connect the dots. Is this connect? Right. I'm going to ask. All right. So does this mean that the fear psychedelic or the fear hallucinogen dosing is connected to the previous investigation?
No. I
Okay.
mean, it's connected in a geographical area, and that you guys were involved in it, but that's it.
No. That's I'm not seeing a pattern beneath the pattern.
No.
No. Okay. All right. No, that's.
So there's a case of two different things going on at the same time.
I am confirming that they are different.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I would like to just we if it is this agent, then we have a pretty good idea of where they'll be holed up, and I really feel we cannot let Horst get away. He's entirely too dangerous. It does mean we're probably going to have to burn that source of information, I'm afraid.
I mean, unfortunately, there's one of three possibilities, right? Either they're in cahoots, or Horst has killed the agent, in which case it doesn't really matter, or Horst is being used or is being taken by said agent to their controllers.
Right.
And so in really any of those cases, I think burning them is fine.
I would agree.
I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. Things have escalated.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
All right.
Probably.
We'll leave this alone. As far as I can tell, I mean, the good news is there doesn't seem to be, or at least if there is some kind of conspiracy going on here, the most of the staff doesn't know about it. So this plant may be something we can come back and nail down later.
Okay.
All right. So you're all jumping in the car or something, or
Yeah.
Jumping in the car, getting the tranquilizer pistols ready.
yeah, you always got them on you. You're not stupid, so yeah, that's fine.
So I still would like to try and take Horst alive, but
I'll make some aside reference about, after all, he does have nice taste in jewelry.
Right. Where is?
To Clint. Horst is wearing had the same signet ring that Nate has.
Yeah.
As a member of the secret. Now, again, not that Nate knows Horst, just that there's some connection between them beyond the obvious.
Although it's not a ring that Nate normally wears.
Right.
All right, so you want to get there quickly without attracting attention, though. So, Seth, I'm going to presume you're driving since you've got driver move. Let's do some act under pressure, which is cool.
Okay. Yeah. So we go there. We can go there in the van, yeah, or
yeah. Alright. So yeah, do you want to roll act under pressure, Sip?
Yeah. Just bear with me. Sorry. Yeah, active pressure. So that's plus cool.
Cool.
Excellent. Let's do that. My cool is I better change that -1 to a +1. Here we go, 7. Right, I'll take that. Right, so drive. Okay, yeah, I guess.
So 7. Okay. You can get there on time, but attract attention, or you can, not get there on time and not attract attention.
What do you think? What's the priority? We're under time pressure. I don't think we are. I don't know.
I feel like we don't know whether we're going to be there on time or not.
No.
It's a question of whether we're rushing, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like we probably still don't want to do that, if only because we don't want them to know we're there.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So we'll arrive I know a back street or somewhere where we can arrive surreptitiously, where we can get fairly close without attracting attention.
And then stomp the rest on foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's do that.
So we will be late.
Okay. All right, so they come out of the hideout, and Dietrich and Horst get into the car at the front. You can just watch them drive off, or you can drive your car into theirs, or you can run over and try and grab them. What do you want to do?
Oh, yeah. Drive my car. Well, yeah. Do we want to intercept them or follow them?
I'm thinking follow at this point.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see if I can hold back and just kind of figure out where they're going and follow along. Try and hopefully they don't recognize the vehicle.
Okay. So you start following them. You've done that before. You're all in Sep's van, I think, at this point, or are you in 2 separate vehicles?
I think that's a good point. We all arrived at the garden together, so I think it makes sense that we would have 2 separate vehicles,
Right.
at least.
Yeah.
So we can say Nate and Carmen have the company BMW,
Okay.
and then Ernesto and Sep are in Sep's van. Okay.
I assume Carmen does not know how to drive.
She really wants to learn, though.
So while we're driving, I do sort of keep up a steady stream of conversation, like, oh yes, and then this is where you want to lit up the gas a little bit.
Okay. So she's gonna do the thing where she's using both feet, and you're only supposed to use one. So she's able to break that habit after a few minutes. So, I'm gonna say she's doing it fairly well. I mean, should this be
the car's bunny hopping down the street? No.
Is it a stick shift?
Yeah, it
yes,
probably would
of course.
Of course.
So it's the 70s.
That's true. Yeah, totally. Of course. So I'm gonna say, like, she obviously stalls out many times right at the beginning, but then after like 2 minutes, she's like Mario Andretti at some point.
Nice.
All right. So we'll say you're following Sep, and Sep's following Horst and Dietrich.
Yep.
And you guys have got CB radios to keep in contact. Okay. Now, because Dietrich's a cop/KGB agent, and he's got Horst with him, they're going to try and lose anyone tailing them, just out of habit. So I'll get Sep to do a roll act under pressure.
Okay, sure.
And you do get +1 because this is driving. So
yeah.
Do we know any tailing sort of techniques where we can like switch off who's following to like?
Do we have radios?
you've got CVs. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
we can coordinate trailing.
Yeah. like a lead and follow for here and there to kind of help.
What technique are they using to try to evade tails? I'm assuming they're trying to drive obnoxiously rather than dangerously, because those are usually your two best options.
Every now and then they'll kind of detour around a couple of blocks that they didn't need to go around and stuff.
Or like they'll get into a turn lane and then turn the other way, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
You know, driving badly or driving fast, basically.
Yeah. It's more than taking a roundabout way to get to where they're going.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. If they're taking a roundabout route, then they may be doing that to keep an eye out for pursuit. So I'll be careful. Because I'm a driver, I forgot the last time I have +1 going while driving. So that's another roll. That's a roll plus cool with an extra +1. So that's +2.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll do that again then. Here we go. Ooh, 13. Nice.
Yeah. You're easily follow them. They are trying to lose you and tailing them, but you've done this before. You've practiced this. You coordinate with the other team, and you keep a track of them. You're doing well. Okay.
Forgot my XP for that miss before. There you go.
So there. All right. It looks like they're heading to the railway station, but it's not the main passenger train. It's like a smaller one off to the side. So they get out of
back to those railway stations.
They get out of their car, start headed towards the train. Because you guys actually spent a fair bit of time here about a month ago, you know that train goes to Czechoslovakia.
We're definitely going to need to stop them before they get on that train.
Right.
The good news is that means there probably isn't anybody waiting for them.
Yeah. Because they were,
So we're at the train station?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to take time to get a few items from the trunk of the car. So I'll be behind.
Okay. I think I am... Clint, how much do I know about Carmen's nature? Anything? Nothing? Do I just think that you're...
I mean, we could figure out something that you know. Is there something in particular you're thinking of?
At this point, I want to know how badass you are.
I'm thinking I'm a budding badass.
Okay.
I haven't quite earned my stripes, as you will, but I have the aptitude, the potential to do badass stuff.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I think then you and I take point on this, and Sep and Ernesto can back up and or try and flank.
Okay. I was halfway thinking of trying to get to the front of the train to actually prevent the train from leaving.
Excellent idea.
Because even if we can't quite pin this person into one particular car, at least we won't be having to do that while it's moving.
I really like that plan, actually. Yes. All right. So, let's do that. Let's do that as step one.
Okay.
I'll make sure that the train.
I mean, you've got CBs, so you could do that. You've got access to police and emergency channels and stuff, so you could do that as you're walking towards them.
Perfect.
So stop the cancel any trains to Czechoslovakia at this station.
Mm-hmm. This is a customs emergency. I repeat, this is a customs emergency.
Yeah.
Illegal fruit on the train.
Yeah. Perfect.
So you're going to flank and I'll get Nate to roll act under pressure to see how close you can get.
Absolutely.
Before they realize.
And that is with cool?
Yes. Unless you can think of a reason for all it would be sharp or weird.
This is about getting close to them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to argue for weird. I'm going to use my sensitivity to reach out and like, okay, well, they're not on this train. Like there's nobody weird on this car. There's nobody weird on this car. There's nobody weird on this car. Like to sort of reach out and like, okay, that's where they are.
Okay. Doesn't mean it's going to work, but you want to try, go for it.
I'll try. It's not going to work. That is double ones, my friends.
He's putting his forehead against the side of the train. Everyone's like, what's he doing?
I don't hear them here.
Okay.
Me and frickin' trains, man.
All right. I'll get Ernesto to roll for the
and the camera just like he goes to the wall. He puts his hands there. I don't feel them here. And the camera goes through the cut of the wall where the train is to see them on the other side of the wall.
Just directly on the other side.
Right.
Yes.
That's what those guys do it. Yeah.
Right.
And Ernesto, I'll get you to roll act under pressure for your flanking.
Okay, sure. Check. All right. All right, that is an 8.
Okay, you can get there ahead of the others, so you're actually point instead of flanking, but the bad guys won't see you, or you've lost them. You can't see where they are.
You know what? I'll be okay with the bad guys seeing me.
Okay. So yeah, instead of coming in second on the flank, you're actually in front because Nate's taken time to feel out the train.
Yep. No, I'm gonna. I mean, I feel like I don't
Sep's
feel
with
like
you. You're not
any
on your
words.
own.
I don't feel like any words need to be said yet. I'm going to see how they react when they know that something that when they know that they've been rumbled, as it were.
All right. So Sep, you're with him, and you realise you and Ernesto have gotten there ahead of the other two. Are you doing anything, or?
I feel like if I'm behind, then obviously I'm not in a position to kind of seize or pursue, but maybe I can cover exits, because if they're going to try to get out, they may have to come the way we are. So I'm just going to look at exits, and so if they come this way to try to get out, to evade those two, what I mean.
No. Well, you and Ernesto have met the bad guys before the other two have.
I'm up there as well.
You were
Yes.
You were supposed to come. You and Ernesto are supposed to come in from the flank, sort of, but after the other two. But you two got there first instead.
Right.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood.
But we
right.
still have eyes on them,
Mhm.
and Nate and Carmen have lost them.
Are you going to say something, or shoot at them, or just watch, or?
Sorry, I'll give Sep a chance to do something.
So, going for a journey? I don't think so. Come on. It's over. We'll take
Dietrich's like, what are you talking about? We just need to pick up some stuff at the train station. You can see sort of slowly going for his gun.
Is he lying?
Oh, yeah. He's not very good at it.
Oh, no. I will know.
I'm going to try and...
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to try
I'm not even going to make you roll. He's not very good at lying.
Oh, I'm sure. No. It's not even a roll. That's one of my abilities. Is I just know if someone's lying to me.
Yeah, but even Sep can tell this guy's, he's not very good at lying. He's like, we're just going to pick some stuff up, and he's sort of reaching towards the gun or knife or whatever.
I'll point my shotgun at him and go, I wouldn't try that.
He's like, well, let's talk about this. He takes a step back and he stops moving his arms because he doesn't want to die. It's just
right.
I mean, he's a double agent, but he's not, he's not a Russian super soldier. Okay. However, Horst,
Are we in public on the platform? Or-
you're kind of between two trains.
Okay, all right.
So
So a shotgun out isn't necessarily going to be seen by anybody immediately.
no, people aren't screaming and running or anything yet.
No. Okay.
Horst, however, you can see the sort of the second set of eyes go on the forehead, and he snarls and leaps towards Ernesto. Seth, do you want to do anything before Horst gets to Ernesto?
Tranquilizer gun. Patow.
Kick some ass. Well, hopefully.
Indeedy. Roll plus 0. Oh well.
All right.
Kick that ass. 7. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll take that. Kicking the ass. How do I kick ass?
Yeah, so you take 2 points of harm as he bites you,
Yeah.
and he's kind of grabbed onto you, but you also tranked him. But you know, it doesn't work as well.
So he's grabbed onto Sep or Ernesto?
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, he was leaping towards Ernesto. So, you can't really exchange harm because he wasn't leaping on you. Okay, so yeah. All right, he bites Ernesto for 2, and you tranked him.
Whoa. I get to do something?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a bit...
Well, it's so presumably, okay. So the question is, what, you acted under fire, right? Oh, sorry, you kept your cool? Or
no, he was doing kick some ass against this thing before he attacked you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I've been trying to figure out with firearms is they don't tend to like fit the whole kicking ass thing because you have to get right in someone's face to.
You can't exchange harm. So
yeah,
right, so you are not preventing him from getting to Ernesto, but you are tranking him. But you also know tranking doesn't work as well. So,
right.
okay, you successfully tracked him.
Well,
so
that's why I would read that. I mean, I guess that's why I would read that move as more like a act under fire to whether he can shoot this leaping spider monster, right? Or he'll miss. But
yeah.
So,
well, I mean, if I got a 10, maybe I'd shot him in the neck and the poison and the tranquilizer took full effect, and he didn't get a chance to inflict his harm. Or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use the fact that I'm squirrely and I have a +1 cool to try to duck out from under his leap.
Yeah, so you're doing act under pressure.
And have him and basically slide under him. My goal is to like have him leap over me so I can shoot him in the back.
Yeah. So roll plus cool.
All right. And that is a 6.
Okay. In that case, he does bite you.
I am tempted to use luck.
If you want, yeah. If you you take no harm in that case.
Oh no, I'm tempted to use luck to make that a 12.
Oh, okay. You want to do it that way? Yeah.
Because what I would like to do is I would like to slide and shoot him in the back.
All right. Yep. We can say you do that. You slide out, shoot him in the back. So he's taken some harm.
He takes 5 harm from that.
Holy shit. Oh, he does.
Because I'm sneaky, so when I shoot someone in the back, they take +2 harm.
I mean, he's got inbuilt armor, but even still, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Answering the question, can you backstab with a shotgun?
Okay. Now, as the shotgun goes off, that's when Nate and Carmen come out from between the carriages.
So much for taking him alive.
Okay, Nate and Carmen, you can see Dietrich, the cop / double agent, about to try and run for it, and you can see Horst, the person / spotter person with 4 arms now, got shot in the back by Ernesto. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to assume Ernesto's fine. Okay, take some.
I want to chase that person down, and
Dietrich, the cop. Yep.
And try and just tackle him. I don't know who he is. You just said he was a cop. I don't really know that yet.
No, they would have on the way. They would have said like this guy's a cop. They found out he's a double agent, and they've been feeding him misinformation.
So I want to chase him down and try to do like just like wrap his legs up in my arms and bring him down.
Restrain him. Yeah. All right. Roll act under pressure. So plus cool.
Yes.
Unless you've got a special move or something.
That's what I'm looking for. Don't really. So plus cool is a 1.
I mean, you pull out your flaming sword, but it's probably overkill.
That's a bit drastic for this moment in time. And it's an 8.
So, hard choice. I think he's got a gun, so you can catch up to him, but he shoots you in the leg, or you're still chasing him.
I'm going to keep chasing him until one of us passes out.
Yeah. So he's going to jump down alongside another railway, and so you're chasing him in between carriages and stuff. Cool, but you're not shot either, so yeah. He's probably turned around and popped up a couple of shots, but not hit anything like you. Nate, what are you doing?
I'm also trying to chase down Dietrich.
Okay. Getting after him. Roll act under pressure, see how you do.
All right.
Unless...
That is a 9. That is cool.
Yep.
Yeah, act under pressure. Yeah, just looked it up. That is an 8. Yeah, let's go with an 8 for now.
I guess it will be the same thing. It'll be you're chasing him, or you got hit by one of the shots.
I'm gonna go with the same choice. Chasing, haven't caught him yet, but also haven't been shot.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have a question about the use magic, and we were gonna do those other moves.
Yep.
I've been kind of looking at those. Has anyone claimed past lives yet?
I don't believe so.
Nope.
I think so.
Is this a moment where I can use that?
Yeah, if you want.
So I want to reach into my past incarnations as whatever sort of being I am, which I haven't. Maybe this will help realize what these things are.
Yep.
So I'm going to roll plus weird, which I have a 1 in.
So at some point in the past, you were chasing someone, and this situation reminds you of that. It's sort of
Yeah.
back.
And I want to find out how I dealt with that. Come on, internet. And go. And it's a 4.
It reminded you of, I don't know, back in 1600s, you were in Paris, you're chasing down a werewolf that hurt your brother. And you can change any of this. This is just what springs to my mind. But you come around the corner and there were 2 other werewolves there. So it's like, oh, bad memory, maybe not.
That didn't help. I like it.
Okay, I'll go back to the other 2. Horst. All right, so Horst is trying to grab Ernesto to throw him into Sepp. Ernesto, what are you doing?
At the moment, I'm just trying to get out of his reach. So
We act under pressure then.
right.
He's still coming.
Yeah, he got back up. You heard him, and not as much as he should have.
Yeah.
And he's leaking this sort of icky, dark green, viscous fluid.
All right, so I got a 9.
Okay, so he's trying to grab you to throw you. So he can grab you and throw you, but Sepp was sort of ready, and it's right, doesn't really hurt you. Or he misses grabbing you, but in getting out of the way, you dropped your gun.
I'm okay. I'm actually gonna. I figure I'm probably not shooting the shotgun again, but I guess I don't know if the shotguns at this point are reloadable or how reloadable they are.
It might be 2 shots, and you've done 1.
Okay. So yeah, I think I will have lost the shotgun, and gotten out of the way.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. I'll flip the set. Yeah, you can see horse grabbed on Ernesto. Ernesto can't jump out of the way. Set, what are you doing?
So they're actually in grappling in contact.
Yeah.
All right. Shooting's probably not a good
Well,
idea.
there's enough of a gap.
No, he doesn't. He hasn't gotten hands on me.
Okay, right. So as long as there's a clear shot, yeah, I'll take it. I mean, I don't know if tranquilizers are going to make any difference against this thing, but I've hit it with one. Maybe if I hit it with two, the cumulative potency will kind of take effect or something. So yeah, I'll just plug it again. So that's again, my tough is 0, so just a straight roll.
I mean, there are rocks on the ground if you want to pick up a rock and donk him on the head with it.
Nope, I've got a 10.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you can knock him out or kill him. It's up to you.
Out.
All right. So bang you. Yeah, graze him on the head enough that he falls to the ground. Okay. Are you going to bandage him or shoot him in the head to make sure he stays dead, or?
No, I think we want to capture, don't we? Hence the dart guns. So patch him up actually, because he may be bleeding out or something. We don't actually want him to die.
Oh, there's a lot of fluid out of the shotgun wound on the back.
Yeah. Well, he seems fairly tough. Hopefully he'll walk it off.
Yeah, and frankly, I've had his teeth in me twice so far. I'm good with there not being a third, even if it kills him.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Camera switches back to the other two chasing Dietrich, the KGB cop double agent. Okay. I think he's running through an area with customers, so there's like rotating stands with pamphlets and books, and he's sort of tipping them in the way and trying to get people and objects to make it harder for you to chase him.
Playing dirty.
Yeah. So yeah, act under pressure. Actually, yeah, both of you roll, and we'll try and weave it together.
Okay. I got a 3 or 4.
And hang on. Act under pressure. I got an 8. No, it's not time to spend it yet. Or is it time to spend it? I'd have to spend 2.
Yeah, you do have the option of spending luck, Clint, if you want to bump it up.
I was just looking at that.
You don't have to, but yeah. It's
I think that's a thing to do at this point.
You get 7 luck.
Yeah.
That's it.
Can't take it with you.
Yep.
Yeah, true. Can I
spend a luck?
Can I spend a luck? A luck bumps it up by 1, right?
No, a luck makes it a 12.
Yeah.
Ah.
But yeah, I mean, try not to abuse that too much because
Fair.
it's meant to be expended until you die.
Okay.
And, only one more session, right?
So I'll keep with my 8 then.
Okay. So you're catching up to him. You're trying not to, hurt or bump into civilians, and he kind of looks back at you and smirks as if to say, "Ha, I'm getting away," and he turns around, Carmen's out. How do you stop him? You headbutt him, clothesline him, shoot him in the leg? What do you do, Carmen?
I'm sorry, me?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think I just pin him up against, we get him on the ground and I pinned him down using some of those bookcases that were already falling to the
Nice. Nice.
And I'm significantly smaller than him. So I've used those as a way of pinning down his arms as my entire body's laying on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't actually have to touch him because that's weird. For some reason, I decided my person doesn't want to touch other people.
Fair.
Like that's
Fair
just
enough.
weird. Why would you touch each other?
Okay. All right. So you march Horst and Dietrich together, taking them back in separate vehicles to the station, or are you going to take them out into the wilderness and shoot them both in the head? I don't know. What are you doing?
The shooting in the head is tempting, but no, I think we should take
That escalated a lot further than I thought.
It's up to you what sort of people you want to be.
If we're the other side of the Iron
Actu-
Curtain, yes, but
Yes.
we're on the soft side.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask if I can. I strongly suggest that Carmen and I take Horst in our vehicle. Sepp and Ernesto take Jacob, I think his name is Dietrich. In no, Jacob was the janitor I was talking to, right? Take Dietrich in the van. And then while I am driving back, I want to call my contacts in the Knights Arcana and say, look, we have a rogue agent here who has twice now almost exposed our organization. What do you want me to do with him?
Hint, hint.
I will probably leave my shotgun in the van.
Okay. All right.
In the weapons locker, right, or wherever.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, it's not right next to the bad guy.
No.
Yeah, probably.
That's stupid. Okay. All right. And we'll.
I'm assuming there are handcuffs involved in this.
Yeah, you've got handcuffs. Part of your customs role.
But he does have
All
a
right.
lot of arms, so we need a lot of handcuffs.
Okay. And we'll have a 5-minute bio break. Tea break.
Right.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Sure.
Good.
Excellent.
How you doing, Clint? You have any questions about anything? So doing all right? Or?
Doing good. Just figuring out where I can fit in. I do like these other weird magic moves. They definitely seem to.
Yeah, I found they added to the genre rather than just piled on mechanic sort of crap. So it was good.
Yeah, for sure.
There is actually a free slot next week if you want to jump in, Clint, if you want to, but you don't have to. It's cool. Yeah. All right. So that's there.
Yeah, I'll do that now.
Okay. Now, are you ready to go? We need another minute. Or? Good. So you get Horst and Dietrich back to headquarters. Oh, sorry. Just reverse a bit. On the way, Nate. The standard instructions for people that are that dangerous are to kill them. Preferably with like a poison ring so they die in the next 24 hours in their cell or whatever. But, you know, if you need to take them out and shoot them somewhere, whatever, just, you know, don't create more evidence that leads back to the sect. Create less.
That makes sense. Okay. I would like to spend a hold to have a useful object ready.
Mm-hmm.
And that hold is slow acting poison.
All right.
A slow acting poison, yeah, something that the sect typically uses.
Okay.
And as I am leading Horst in, I give him a little stabby in the area where he's already been wounded.
Okay, cool. You're not going to put it on a newspaper and give him like the worst paper cut ever.
If he wasn't already wounded, I'd be tempted, but no, I think this works better.
Okay. Yeah, so they are locked up.
You are welcome.
In separate cells. Okay. So that's this was sort of mid-morning the following days. So all right, so you fill out like an hour's worth of paperwork because government agencies. And then it's lunchtime. You can go to the fairgrounds for lunch, or to your favourite cafe, or you can go to the Botanical Gardens. What do you think you lot will do? Or you want to have a parting conversation with Dietrich or Hoist, or are you happy to get back to the other case?
I mean, I'm very happy to wash my hands of it and go take lunch on my own somewhere. So I'll be out of anything that you guys want to do for the next little bit.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of like I may want to sit in on some of the interview when they start interrogating Dietrich, because I'm curious still whether they had a reason. I know he was lying about them just going to pick up something, so that, which was a possibility, right? That they were, but more than likely they were both trying to exfiltrate. He was trying to defect Horst, basically.
Yeah.
And so I just want to verify that's what was going on, I guess, for my own, what's going on. I mean, obviously the KGB would love to have an asset who can turn into a spider stabby thing with paralytic poison and can wear faces.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
So,
Dietrich didn't know about any of the supernatural side of it. He just thought that they were both KGBs. He's terrified of Horst, and if you get him his wife, he'll happily tell you whatever you want to know, and just he wants to get away from here.
Okay, so if he's willing to because he just saw what happened, what Horst turned into.
Yeah, frighten the shit out of him.
So so if he basically goes, I'll tell you everything I know.
Just let me get that out of the country. I'm off.
Right, and if
I'm going to go to England where the KGB will never touch me.
Right. I mean, because if there's anyone we can trust, it's MI5. So yes, that's how. I mean, if that has the ring of truth, that's great. That's all I was looking for there.
Yeah.
I don't expect any truth to come out of Horst's mouth. So.
No. Nate's having lunch by himself. Carmen and Sept, what do you think you're up to that afternoon?
Who's going to be interrogating Dietrich? Do we have an interrogation team that a debrief?
It's not normally you guys, but you guys can stand behind the big mirror thing and watch or whatever. Yeah, so you can be there with Ernesto with that. And yeah. No, there was nothing at the train station. They were just using it to get the hell out of the country.
Right.
Is there any questions you want asked, or?
Yeah, I mean, what was their relationship? What was Horst? Did Horst have some kind of hold over him, or?
No. Dietrich just got word down the line. Get this guy out of the country. He's a useful asset. Get him out. And they hadn't really interacted much before, and he certainly didn't know he was not human or whatever.
No.
Right.
And Dietrich's scared. He's just spilling his guts at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they were basically willing to burn him to get Horst.
Yeah.
But he was probably worried that they were just going to burn him anyway at that point. So
yeah,
which is fine.
Okay. I don't know. How did he receive his orders? Does he have a handler who's over here as well, or?
Oh, you already know that because Nate and Ernesto have been playing him for a while. There was a dead message drop down the street, and you'd get messages there every day.
Yeah, I mean, it was money, ideology, ego, or blackmail.
Yeah, it was just money.
It was just money. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They gave him counterfeit American dollars all the time.
Right. Most spies are people who were turned in country more so than specialty agents who were implanted in and everything. Mm-hmm. So he was an agent, right? He was a turned.
He's recruited.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. That's the usual way of these things.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you guys just sort of chilling out the rest of the day, or are you going to get back to the other case, or treating yourself to a night off because you brought in some bad guys? I don't know.
I'm definitely interested in getting back to the case if everybody else.
I concur.
Yeah.
All right, so we can say you meet back at the gardens at 2 o'clock, so mid-afternoon or something.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. So I've got an idea of what to do next. I don't know if anybody else does.
Okay.
I'm going to try and find another one of these flowers, another one of these leaves that we found.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try and use sensitivity. I'm going to open up to the history of the plant and try and get a view of like a person. Hasn't been carried around.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Important note, I am wearing a mask while I do this, but I am not wearing gloves because gloves, who wears those?
Mm-hmm. So it'll be investigate a mystery first to try and find some more of the plant bits.
All right. That is sharp.
Yep.
Sharp. That is 6 on the dice. Sharp is 1, so that is a 7.
Oh, that's you get 1 hold.
1
So-
hold. Nice. And I think
I guess it'd be what is being concealed here. So can you find
Yeah.
some of that plant here?
yeah, exactly.
Sure. Just let you find a couple of leaves. What the hell?
Okay. Oh, and sorry, I don't recall from last time, a couple of leaves. So these aren't, we haven't found a full connected plant yet.
No.
These are basically just scattered leaves that we happen to find.
That's
Gotcha.
right.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't
All right.
find any at the fairground, but you weren't looking for them then. You only found them
True.
at the second location.
Mm.
All right. I am going to attempt to be sensitive to the plant.
Bloody tree huggers. Okay.
Yeah.
So while he's
Nice
communing
way.
with the plant, is anyone else doing anything, or are you just sort of watching? Or
I think I'm over there. Can I be a part of this communion? Is that something that can happen in this game?
yeah, you can certainly try to.
I'll be standing back and watching for the inevitable bad turn.
There's a help out move if you think you can do something that'll improve his chances or something.
Oh yeah, that's true. There's
You can
that.
think positive thoughts and hold hands and touch the leaf or something. Yeah.
Maybe I'm just sitting behind him humming a beautiful song.
Well, I mean, definitely.
Pulls out a guitar.
It's,
A flute fits in my pocket a little better.
some calming influence would probably do well right now.
Okay.
Pulls out the flaming sword by the power of Grayskull. No, that's not going to help. Okay. Okay. Roll. We'll see. Roll help out first. Carmen. See if you're actually helping or not.
Yeah. So, what could go wrong? Let's see. Here we go.
Nate goes berserk and snaps your flute.
I got an 8.
Oh, okay.
Could happen. Could happen.
Yeah, so +1 to Nate's roll. All right, so if you're on roll sensitive.
All right. That is a 6, 7, 8, 9 with help from Carmen. And I'm going to spend a hold, give myself a +1 forward, and move that to a 10.
Okay.
Nice.
So what does the 10 give you?
10. On a 10 or more, you gain a definite impression, a vision, tangible aura, overheard thought, etc., about something important.
Okay.
Nice and vague.
No, but still useful to help you narrow it down. You have a vision of 2 people carrying 2 pot plants each, and the leaves look like these things.
Can I see any details about the people?
They have gardening gloves on and like aprons.
Okay. Do the gloves not so much the gloves, but do the aprons look like what the people who work for the botanical gardens wear?
Some sort of outdoorsy thing.
Right, but not necessarily a uniform.
No. And you didn't see their faces because why would you? Okay.
Why would a plant look at a face?
But at least you know they were plants that were mobile. They're just not some fungi creature running around.
Yeah. All right. We've got 2 people at least. They're moving the plants. I can't faces, names, can't see them. I don't think they work here. They're dressed like gardeners, but I don't think they work here.
Okay, but we're supposed to believe in your psychic powers and not that there isn't an animated fungal monster out there. No, I can buy that. That's fine.
I didn't know that there wasn't an animated fungal monster until I used my psychic powers, honestly.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Here's a sentence you don't get to say often.
I mean, I have to. I am the flake.
Okay.
I have to be a little disappointed it's not an animated fungal monster.
We all wanted that deep down. Okay. So, Sep, on your CB radio, there's some sort of incident going on in the central part of town. There's people screaming and panicking and stuff. It's like 2 blocks from here.
Oh, right. Okay, guys, there's something going off. It's just a few blocks down the road, but it sounds like all hands needed.
All right, let's go
Masks
take a look.
on.
Yeah.
And if we can, is there anywhere nearby gloves? I'm looking for gloves.
I can say you've got
we
some
have
in your
gloves.
cars and that.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
that's-
I mean, what we would have latex gloves at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, lazy, but certainly thick gardening gloves at the very least, because you do some customs work to help out and stuff as well. So yeah, you can have that in your cars. Fine. So,
We'll want to glove up as well.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I've put a picture of the van in the NPCs and places tab on the keeper.
God, it's like a tank. Beautiful. All right.
That is almost exactly how I pictured it.
It's box on wheels, pretty much.
Mhm.
Hits the spot, doesn't it? It's great.
It reminds me of the I think it was called the EM 150 from Stripes, an old Bill Murray movie with it. Oh dear.
Okay.
All right.
Right. So I'll pedal to the metal. Let's get around there.
All right. So you hoon over to town. Now there's 2 people kind of running out the outside of this shop.
Mhm.
And there's people sort of freaking out, running away from them. One of them is actually no. Who wants to be first on the scene?
I won't be first out of the van. I mean, so
All right, roll read a bad situation.
no, I mean I won't be the first out of the van
Oh, okay.
because I'll be looking for a parking spot. What I'll do is I'll just arrive, let people jump out, and then I'll find somewhere to put them.
I'll be ready to jump out.
All right, cool. You're gonna roll read a bad situation.
Got it. 13.
Holy crap! All right, hold 3.
All right. I'm going to remind myself what that does. But
All right, so you got what's the best way in? What's the best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? And what's the best way to protect the victims?
okay. I'm going to start with what's the biggest threat.
Probably fear, because people are panicking and bumping into each other and knocking over stuff.
So we are at risk for there being a stampede, basically.
Yep.
Okay, because this is like a crowded square, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Crowded squares, daytime.
All right. What's the best way to protect the victims?
Get people out of the area, or somehow nullify whatever's causing the fear.
I mean, I'm assuming that they've already been exposed, so we can't. Right. I mean, unless it's a matter of if
That's
we
a fairly safe assumption. Yeah.
right, if we disperse them, like, is there? I guess I'm looking for something slightly more concrete. In that, are there directions we can disperse people, which will keep them spaced apart more, so that they're not going to stampede?
Yeah. Just like go to the other 2 corners
Okay.
of the
So we wanna-
quadrangle sort of thing.
So we want to sort of herd them. In
Yeah, you
separate
don't want them
directions.
to sit still and calm down. Just say, get away from here. Move away.
Okay,
Move
okay.
away.
Got it. All right. Good news is we're wearing gas masks, and people are going to run from people wearing gas masks.
Okay. I think you had one left, or
Yes, I do. Does anybody have a question they want me to ask, or should I just hold that for a bit?
I think right now, what sort of creature is it? Because I don't know that we know.
That would be solve the mystery. This is read a bad situation.
Thank you.
So the questions I've not asked are: any dangers we haven't noticed? What's most vulnerable? best way in, best way out?
I think best way in would be what I would ask at this point.
I feel like, are there any dangers we haven't noticed? Might be better. If I have to pick between those two right now.
Okay.
So I will ask any dangers we haven't noticed.
There's a lady sort of just at a cafe about 3 shops down that's just kind of taking lots of photographs of everything. And they're aiming at the people panicking. They're not taking snapshots of.
Right. So someone is documenting this. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yep. So one of us should secure the lady. At least one of us, maybe 2 of us, and the other 2 of us can. So Sep, whoever comes out with you once you park the van, go after her, and then I guess who wants to go with me to disperse the crowd?
I'll go after the lady.
Okay,
I'll go with Resto.
Sounds great. Let's do this.
All right.
All right. Since we're trying to disperse the crowd, I guess we're going in to try to disperse the crowd with our gas masks on. So
All right. I mean, there's one guy yelling, there's bats, giant bats, and he's ducking and he's trying to pull bats out of his hair, and and he keeps looking around, he's freaking out, yelling, very scared. And there's another one that's yelling and they're shaking, falling on the ground. Ernesto, how do you know that person?
Ooh.
Okay. Actually, I'm assuming that we're not far from this spot. I think that is actually our waiter from last night.
Ooh, nice one.
Yeah.
So yes, he thinks he's falling. He's shaking and he's freaking out.
Okay. So you know what? I'm gonna walk up to him and shoot him with the tranquilizer dart.
Oh, we can shoot him in the head. I thought, wow, rough.
No, because he's freaking out. I mean, one of the things I worry about is someone's going to have a heart attack from this.
Yeah.
And the tranquilizer will put them to sleep, and it should have an antagonistic effect to this anxiety hallucination thing.
Unless you miss and shoot at them, that might make their heart.
Oh no, I'm like walking up to him, and essentially, I'm not shooting a dart. I'm like walking up and putting a dart in him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right, like I'm just using the dart. I'm not like standing back and shooting at him.
Is anyone addressing the crowd, or? I guess that would be Sep or Nate. I'm gonna
try to. Is there anybody else on the ground at this point?
There's a couple other people just sort of crouched down. They're like, "What the hell's going on?"
So I try and divert the people who are running from the people who aren't running, because my big fear is people getting trampled.
Yeah.
So what I do is I get between the people who are not moving and the people who are moving, and I just look at the people who are running and just and hope to that way.
Roll a manipulate someone, and we'll just sort of apply it generally.
Sounds good to me.
Normally it's charm, but you can go tough if you want.
I think it's the same for me. Way. I think that I'm going to use tough just because thematically it works. That's a 9. I'm going to use that last hold and bump it to 10.
Okay. So they're, what the hell? Now someone's yelling at us. So people are trying to get away. Carmen's running towards the person with the camera, and that it's a female. And it looks like they're trying to use some planter boxes as cover to get away from Carmen. Seth, what are you up to? You can go into the shop. You can,
Yeah, I'll go into the shop. I mean, everyone else seems to be, usefully employed. But I'll try and get in there, get in, see what's actually going on, what the root cause is. I mean, I don't know.
It is a cuckoo clock shop.
Oh, fabulous!
I love cuckoos.
Okay.
Outstanding.
You're for cuckoo clocks.
Okay, what's happening here?
It's people are scared and panicking. There's someone sort of crouched behind the serving bench. There's a few plants inside, but mostly just the cuckoo clocks wall to wall.
Okay, well, guess I got my mask on. A few plants, like pot plants in the window, or
Yeah, there's two at the windows, and there's two sort of just out the front of the shop.
okay, what kind of plants do they look like? Oh, these leaves that we found.
Yeah, you got sharp teeth, so I'm not even going to make you roll. Yeah, they've got matching leaves. There's two inside and two just outside this shop.
Do we have any plastic bags? Like,
Yeah, you would have. You'd probably have a pack with.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I don't know. It's the 70s.
If there's a bin in here.
Yeah, we're looking like bin liners.
Yeah, bin liner. If I can empty out the trash, get a bin liner, put it over one of the plant. Put it over the plant. Is it one plant that matches or several?
Four.
All four.
Yep. Act under pressure.
Yep. Sure.
Now you did have masks, so I will give you a +1 to that.
That's cool. Okay, so that's +2. So let's give that up. Roll 13.
All right. So you feel a little lightheaded, but yeah, the mask it's doing its job. You don't start shitting yourself and panicking and hallucinating and everything. All right. So you start putting them in bins and that.
Yeah.
Carmen, you're after a photographer lady who's trying to get away and use cover to get away from you.
Mm-hmm.
Roll act under pressure.
So I have a quick question. Have we been here before?
Yeah, this is like the central sort of cobblestone courtyard of town. So you've probably been here, 20 times.
Yeah. Can I use my angel wings to drop right in front of where she is?
Okay. What's that look like?
So I'm chasing her, and I basically just kind of disappear into a wisp of smoke, and then I reappear right in front of her, maybe like 5 feet away, just in time for her to smack right into me. But I'm able to kind of like hopefully grab her.
She's sort of tucking her camera and she's like, Jesus Christ. All right, you've caught up with her. She's going to try and headbutt you and get away. You can fight back, or you can just sort of throw her to the ground. What do you?
I'm going to fight back. I'm going to, wrestle her to the ground.
Oh, so kick some ass?
Yeah, which is tough. All right.
Yeah.
And that's my 2. Cool. Excellent. So that's going to give us, barely. It's a 7.
Okay. So you exchange half. All right, so you've thrown her to the ground, but she's hurt you as well. So, yeah, so you take 2 points of harm.
Okay.
She's headbutting you and punching you and trying to get away, but you've still got a hold of her. Okay, back in the shop, Sip's chucking the dangerous plants in bags safely. He's not affected by it. Okay, outside, Ernesto tranked the restaurant guy. And Nate was scaring people away, like, rah, rah. Okay. You all still doing that, or want to change what they're doing?
Yeah,
honestly, if it's working for me, I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, I'll start helping, and anybody who looks like they're in a really bad state, I'm gonna go and tranquilize them.
Okay.
Just like I feel like the darts are probably safer than them doing an injury.
Yeah.
Or having a heart attack. Like, so I guess I'm hoping these darts are relatively safe, but
yeah, you've used them many times. I mean, your government wouldn't give you unsafe weapons. That's unthinkable.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So as I said, I'll try to triage that, but also like guide people away, as a way to distinguish the people who are hallucinating from the people who aren't. So.
Yep. All right. So you two are literally doing crowd control. Sep's taking care of the plants. Carmen. Yeah, she's just trying to get away from you. So it's act under pressure to grab her, or to catch up with her and grab her, or kick some ass if you want to knock her out.
Knock her out.
No, roll kick some ass.
Yeah. Let's try this again. What is up with this thing? I got a 5.
Okay. So she, you try and knock her out, but just get her sort of shoulder, and she kind of stumbles, and then she's running really fast. You can chase her, shoot her, or just let her go and come back and help with crowd control.
I think at this point, I just kind of look at her just in disbelief as I'm like, what? Okay. And so she turns around and starts running back, hoping that the other 3 will forget about this lady. That I just, who?
I mean, you got a good look at it. You can certainly ID her later or something.
I mean, her fist print is on my face right now. So we might be able to get something off that. So yes, I head back towards the kerfuffle over in the garden area.
I can say her wig came off. So the redhead wig came off, and she was actually blonde as she ran off.
Oh.
Okay. So because the source of the fear has been packed away safely by Sep, the fear sort of eventually dissipates. And yes, you stop that getting much worse than it was. So that's all good.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Excellent.
Well, I get these. So we've got these things bagged up and tied off around the stem or something. I guess we need to get these in the van and get them off and analyzed.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So the people in the shop, I mean, are they calming down a bit, like the staff?
Yes, they were very scared, but
okay.
Yeah, now they're.
Because I want to talk to them. Where did these plants come from? How did they get these plants?
Exactly.
They were a gift from our cousins. We met them at the fair, and then we stopped for lunch in the gardens, and then we came here.
Carried them here.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Are their cousins the other people who got affected by these things?
No. They just met up for lunch, and then they left town.
So it's like certain people are affected and not others. Because the staff here have been around these things for a while. They're not affected.
It may also be a timing thing. The spores or whatever it is may not emit constantly.
Yeah, but they're in the shop, and they were terrified. But were they terrified? But they don't seem like they were affected. Or did I get that wrong?
No, they were scared, but they only got the plants today, so they only put them in the shop today. They were in the back of the car overnight. Right,
yeah, but they weren't affected by the hallucinations and what have you. It was this.
No, they're feeling a bit lightheaded and scared, but they're not.
Okay,
that is interesting.
Right. So it seems like there's certain people maybe are susceptible to these things, or certain people are immune, depending how you look at it. But there's some factor.
Right.
They need to come in for to help us with our inquiries. And we need to contact their cousins as well. Because their cousins might be in danger.
Right, exactly.
So we need to make sure, if there's any more of these plants, it could be dangerous for them.
All right, so their cousins work in France, so they could, you can give them a call or send a telegram or something, let them know. And you take the the cookie shop people to the headquarters for a sort of interview and chat.
Yes.
They're a bit scared and intimidated by it all, but.
So now we can see these plants. We know what they look like. It's not just the leaves. Right now we can put out some kind of a warning. We can brief, I know, not just the agency, but we might be able to get a notice out to police. If you see plants that look like this, we'll take photographs of them. then please contact the authorities. You know, they can be toxic, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
They're a toxic invasive species.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Right. And
Well,
or maybe they might contain, these plants are known as a nesting space for a stinging species of insect.
Yeah.
Could,
don't like
can be particularly unpleasant to be around. So please report that so we can make sure that there aren't any.
Yeah.
don't get stung.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Nice. I like that.
Yes.
Well,
Cool.
I mean, we'll have to wait back for the full report, but this doesn't sound too supernatural. It does
No.
sort of sound maybe
No,
some
but you know,
augmented-
your supervisor would still thank you all for helping control, you know, what could have escalated and got a lot worse. And,
Yes.
you know, you all did good work because the regular police had no idea how to handle half of this stuff. So after they did some sort of cross-checking with medical records for all the people that were affected, the people that owned the shop were blood type O, and they just seemed more resistant to the effects.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay.
It's got to do with body chemistry and how pheromones affect your metabolism and that. But
That makes
yeah,
sense.
so that's why they were resistant.
Excellent.
Neat.
But
Right.
yeah, as far as I know, there was just those 4 plants, and you lot got them all.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, we know that something else was involved because of that woman.
Right. This.
Well, they got off on fear.
Or fortunately. Well, I mean, it's not. This is the 70s. Someone having a camera and taking pictures like that, just like being in possession. Even having a camera like that at a shop to take those pictures and being willing to take them right there. That is weird.
It's
You know, it's not like someone with a camera phone taking a picture nowadays, right? Like
right.
that was like most people wouldn't have a camera.
Yeah, you would mean it for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's an occupational thing at that point. So it's like,
And I've learned to trust.
oh, did you get the wig?
Yeah, so I got the wig from that lady that ran away.
Yeah.
I know. Well, we have our psychic sensitive. I wonder if he could figure something out about the wig.
Let me see.
There you go.
I definitely like feel inside the wig.
Yes, it's a wig.
Excellent. Ugh. Where did she get this? God, this.
This
It was
dandruff.
made
This
in
is disgusting. Okay.
God. I mean, Paris is right there. Why is she getting the cheap ones? That is a 10.
You have a vision of yourself and your cousin Sadie having coffee at a sort of French cafe just outside a wig shop where she happily tells you about the wigs she bought. It's not as much a vision as a memory. It happened, a month ago.
Yeah.
Is cousin Sadie one of the people that we've already met at the shop?
No.
Is Sadie one of the names of one of the people that we're trying to track down who work in France?
No.
No. Okay.
Do you actually have a cousin named Sadie?
Yeah, you do. This is your legit cousin you had, tea with.
That's
So
right.
How much of that you tell the rest of them is up to you.
Wait, do I have a cousin Sadie?
Yeah, we're just trying to establish that yes, that's not code or a reference. That is literally your cousin.
Gotcha. Yes. Okay. Sorry, when I come out of the sensitivity, I sometimes forget which is actually me and which is the memory.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
I don't have a cousin Sadie, but yes.
At the end of the day, don't we all have a cousin Sadie?
Yes.
I've got 3 of them.
What does that mean?
But
If you had one, you would know.
But I have seen Sadie's face, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and am I speaking German to Sadie? Am I speaking French? Am I speaking English?
Do you speak French or German? I presume you speak German, but
I do speak German. I think we could definitely say Nate speaks French and possibly some Russian.
yeah, probably speaking French.
French. Okay. So, France, Sadie, a cafe. It's not a lot to go on, but whoever
And the
this
wig shop she talked about that was near the cafe.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Yes, of course. Can I narrow down the name of the wig shop?
Sure.
All right. We know where it was bought. We might be able to track down the person who bought the wig.
I mean, there are worse ideas. Yeah.
True. Oh, might be able to travel to France.
Well, Stuttgart's near the German border to France anyway, so
Right.
it's like an
It's-
hour.
Yeah, it's a holiday trip.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get back there.
Okay. We should do end of mission experience.
Mhm.
Did we conclude the current mission? Well, yeah, you found it you stopped them being a threat to the public. That's the main thing. So, yes. Did we save someone from certain death? Well, no. Danger, sure. Lots of people. Did we learn something new and important about the world? Yeah, there's some screwed up plants and shit.
Mhm.
Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters? Carmen can teleport.
Yeah.
I'm willing to shoot a spider creature in the back.
Mhm.
Nate's willing to kill people if told to.
Yep.
So 3 experience points each.
3.
Yep.
Unlike the
Plus.
last. Sorry, I was gonna say, unlike the last couple times we played, I haven't failed any rolls, so I don't have a massive amount of experience points.
And my read on is if I spend a luck to bump something up to a 12, I don't get XP for it. So,
Yes, that's right. Otherwise, you're kind of double dipping on the system.
Oh, yeah. No, it's.
So I get to level up. Yay.
Excellent.
Ding.
Yeah, me too. Right, so I clock over and I get I got 2 towards my next level up.
If you luck. All right.
I expect that I'm going to be sent on a vacation, or a counseling trip because of my shooting off a shotgun in a train station, being perhaps a little bit out of mission spec. So they're going to want to talk to me to make sure I'm stable, and that will take a while. So when I'm not here next session, that's a good reason why.
No
Mhm.
worries.
Yep.
Okay. So I think you fill out all the paperwork, which is another 2 hours of fun, jolly bureaucracy. Late that night, Seb's on the way home. He's got some takeaway pasta or something, and there's a person with a trench coat and a dark hat, sort of pulled down low, standing next to your van. Seb. Got an offer for you if you're interested.
Maybe.
10,000 for the plants. No questions. Just get them for me, and I'll disappear. 10 grand's yours.
These are very dangerous plants. I think I don't think I'd like to feel responsible for whatever happened if they fell into the wrong hands or if anybody got hurt.
You sure? You won't have to wait for the cash. I can give it to you as soon as you come back out with the plants.
Anybody else?
No, this is just you. You're the only
This is
one.
just-
Yeah, this is just
Right.
you.
It's just me.
This is at night when you've got your takeaway, getting back to your car or whatever.
Okay. It's too much of a risk. I've seen what kind of havoc these things can cause.
lost opportunity, and they'll go to walk off.
Do I recognize them? I know.
No. It was a female, but you don't recognize their form or their voice.
Okay. Just one person.
Hmm.
I'm tempted to follow her. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Give it a go. That would be act under pressure.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Oh, is the woman a redhead?
You can't tell it. It's dark, and they got.
Oh,
a
it's
hat
too dark.
down.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
And the redhead was
the lady was
a
blonde
wig.
underneath the red wig, by the way.
Okay. Act under pressure. Whatever. So cool. Yes. Let's go for it. +1. I'll do it. Sorry. 10. Oof. Nice. Okay. So I'll watch. I will follow her discreetly. Like I'll make out. Oh, I'm not interested. Don't bother me. Like I'm gonna go away. Once she's out of sight, follow.
No, so you're following on foot.
Yeah.
Oops, someone's dropped out. Give them a second to come back. So they get into their Ford Cortina and go to drive off. And you do see a bit of blonde hair as they get in the car.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, I'll probably lose them at that point, but at least I've got memorize the license plates, color of the car, everything like that. I'll make notes on everything I've seen.
Yep.
Okay. Right. No, that's good.
Okay. The next day when you check the plates, they're fake. They don't actually exist in a government database. So it's someone pretending to be someone they're not in town, basically.
Yeah.
Big surprise.
Well, fair enough. Yeah. Okay. Just beginning to paint a picture, though.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So you, I think a couple of you are choosing new moves for your characters.
Yeah.
I just added a +1 to cool.
Okay.
Seems like a worthy investment at first.
Most of the PBTA games, I'm looking at the moves and I'm like, these are all good. None of these are duds.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can tell a lot about what kind of game a game is by the moves and by the names of the moves.
Yeah. I was definitely torn between that and gain or lesser divine being as your ally, sent from above to help you with your mission.
You get a sidekick. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, basically. Well, I'll add that next if I end up leveling up again.
I remember watching an AP of Monster of the Week and someone had their divine as a cat. And then they chose that as the human that sort of interpreted for them and stuff. But their character was a cat, and it acted like a cat. It was a turd.
Brilliant.
That's amazing.
Brilliant.
That was funny as.
My brother had a character who was in RuneQuest, and he had a duck sorcerer, and who had a duck sorcerer who had a dolphin familiar who he shape changed into a human. So he used a sorcery spell to shape change this dolphin into a human, because you can't have a human as a familiar, right?
Yeah.
And then he had a backpack constructed that he lived in. So he was inside the backpack. And then he would use magic scrying to see what was going on the outside. So this guy was going around doing everything, talking to everybody as though he was the character, but actually it was this duck in the backpack.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant.
So yes, your boss will thank you all for protecting West Germany from a public emergency and your good work. They don't immediately assign you another case. You've just kind of resolved 2 cases really quickly, and they'll let you have a sort of week off. And is not here, so I'll go to Sep. What do you think you're doing in your week off?
Oh, in my week off.
You can do training for work if you want. You don't have to, but
Yeah, I doubt it. I don't know. Not a lot. Just downtime, really. I probably got personal stuff to do, family, whatever. I don't know. But I can't. I don't imagine Sepp as the kind of guy who will spend the whole holiday down the range polishing up his sharpshooting skills or
no, fair enough.
Anything like that. He's not. He's not that dedicated.
Yeah, you can just take some time off and read some books down by the river or whatever. That takes it easy.
Cultivating contacts, right? So he's a former undercover operative, so he'll be brushing up on contacts and stuff like that.
Check in on what's happening and
yeah. He enjoys that kind of work. That's his background, and he spent years doing it, and that was his life for a long time.
Yeah.
So back into that.
All right, Nate, what are you doing in your week off?
So there's definitely one sort of long dark night of the soul where Nate picks up a bottle of something nice and strong, and
You're doing schnapps or whiskey or?
I think we're going whiskey for this one. And he actually, perfect. Because one of Nate's hobbies, Nate's kind of an amateur mixologist. So he's going to spend some time sort of experimenting with different mixes, which is just an excuse for him to get sort of drunk and spend a lot of time thinking about the fact that he had to kill somebody.
Okay.
And then he kind of comes through that, and he has a couple of days where he's sort of recovering, and then after that, I think he spends the rest of the holidays enjoying himself, relaxing, catching up with friends, spending some time. Sorry.
I was just going to say, in the sex, they're probably smile and nod at you a bit more. They give you a bit more sort of respect because you were willing to kill someone to protect the secrets or whatever. So I
appreciate that.
You're in the in crowd now, which is ironic, probably ironic to how you feel, but
Yes. And I do see if I can spend a little bit of time with that group of werewolves we met last case. They seem like good people.
I don't remember that, but okay, cool. Sure, you hang out with some werewolves. Dear. Okay. Carmen, you doing anything in your week off?
Yeah, she wants to do two things. She wants to find one of these new hot dog inventions that she's heard about. Try a hot dog for the first time. But she also wants to try to contact her past life again.
So you're going to try meditating and
and to help her. She, I guess, maybe when she entered into this world, her lines got a little confused. She doesn't exactly know who she is. Not so much like amnesia, just like she's a little unclear. So hoping maybe this past life will actually help her focus that in a little bit. This is Clint trying to use a move to help figure out this character.
So you're in West Germany, so there are sort of regular foot-long American hot dogs, but there's also Kranskis, which are like big and thick, and they have sauerkraut on them, and it's very filling. I've had them quite a few times.
Nice.
So you would actually roll past lives now, do you? Or
yeah,
go for it.
Oh man, how did this happen? I got a 3. Like you think with 2 dice you'd at least get, Well, I guess my connection is still very bad to my past lives.
So maybe you were sitting out by the river trying to meditate and let nature help you get your thoughts. You find yourself sort of thinking about when in 1600s in that life because you have multiple lives, but you went back to that life where you were in Paris dealing with werewolves and stuff, and in your vision there's a werewolf howling and you actually howl, and you meet up with the werewolves and Nate chatting in the woods.
Yeah, I love it.
But they're not aggro werewolves. They're like, yeah, come and sit by the campfire.
Well, previously, my brother was being chased by werewolves, so.
But these ones don't seem hostile. They're just like, yeah, come on, have a chat.
Maybe he is one. Okay, cool. No, that's something there.
Okay. Not sure what happened with Mendel. He must be having internet connection trouble, which I'm quite familiar with myself. It's been a bumpy month for that. Okay. So, yeah, you have a interesting week off. And then we'll say, we'll do some in media res stuff. You're in Sep's van. It's Uber van. That's funny. Okay. So you're in Sep's van. All lanes of traffic, as in all of you in Sep's van, all lanes of traffic score to a stop as your car skids sideways, sliding across an intersection. Who is chasing you? Someone tell me who was chasing you. Someone else tell me why.
I'll say we are being chased by. We're being chased by CIA agents.
Are they shooting at you or just chasing you in cars?
I think
sort of thing?
Right now they're just chasing us.
So this is after our week off, or is this?
Yep. This is after that. Why? So someone else has to tell me why CIA are chasing you.
How about they've always been chasing us, and they've just now gotten close enough to actually put faces to the names that they've been given.
So they've been chasing you for a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe they've been a step behind us for every mission that you've done before this. Like they've shown up right as you have left, and so they've been slowly collecting a dossier on you. So.
Okay.
But why they're looking for you, I'm not sure yet.
Yep. Okay, so Sep, you're being chased and you're driving. Roll act under pressure.
All right. Act under pressure. So that's rolling plus cool. Oh, God, where is it? Plus cool. But I'm driving, so I'm on +1 on that. So that's a +2 total. 11.
Okay. So yeah, and now are you just trying to lose them, or are you trying to get them into a spot where you can?
Yeah. Can I lure them into a place where, like down a side alley or something? So
there's a few options. You can get them to attract attention, so the police get them. You could get them so they have an accident. You could lose them. You could get them to a cul-de-sac that you know about.
I want to lead them down a cul-de-sac. So they're going down this cul-de-sac, and then they kind of lose track of us, and then they find that we're behind them and we just block them off.
Yeah, well, you roll good enough. Done. Nice driving. Yep, done. Okay. You've got them. They're in the van.
Right, so we get out of the van. So, hi.
Interrogation time.
So you just walk up and knock on the door.
Yeah. Well, they're looking around to see where we went. It's like, hi.
All right. And I think we'll go credits.
We're very friendly in West Germany.
Yes. Definitely.
You might not have heard that about us, but it's true.
So.
Only when we get to drop on you, though.
Yeah, true.
Okay. So yeah, we'll end the session proper there.
Yep.
I guess we can do stars and wishes. Have you done stars and wishes before, Clint?
Yep.
Cool bananas. All right. I should take bloody notes since I said wishes. Okay. Sip, any stars?
Stars. Ooh, this one was interesting because it wasn't really a monster. It was like plants. But that's quite cool, actually. It's interesting. I like that we've got a variety of things going on. It's not, it's quite
It's
X-Files in that respect.
Yeah,
where you never really know what you're going to get, which is fun. Yeah. So,
and any wishes for next time? Or you want to think about it for a bit?
Yeah. I think it's going well. I mean, in terms of developing, we've got some recurring characters. We've, obviously, some of that's has got resolved, but there's new threads opening up. No, I like it. I like the way it's going.
Nate, Joe, you have any stars and wishes?
Yes, absolutely. Clint, congratulations on dropping into the game. Like just dropping in running. Feels like you've been here for the whole thing. So good job on that. I love the sort of fish out of water that you're playing. That's been really great. Sep, really shoot, just left me. Loved how you were playing today. I had a couple of things I wanted to specifically mention, but brain just went. So sorry about that. But yeah, really how you're playing today. I have good stuff for Ernesto too. I think we all really. I feel like we all really, like, even though we've had a couple of weeks off, it really felt like we all just jumped into it and we're like, yes, let's do this. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to like do something nasty for the sect. I've been kind of looking for an opportunity to do that. So hey,
yeah. That was really nice. It's like, what do I do with this guy? Oh well.
They usually kill them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, his injuries were just too bad.
Exactly. When it's that obvious, it's like, nah, this guy's a liability. Just
time to cut him loose.
Any wishes for next time?
Oh yes. I really hope. Oh shoot, Ernesto's not going to be here, is he? Darn it. I really like the way Ernesto and I are kind of dancing around this. Like he knows, like I know that he knows, and he knows that I know that he knows. But he's not going to be here. Damn it. I would like to have another situation where there's sort of a conflict between. I'd like to have a conflict between the team and the sect. I'd really, if that's something we can make happen, I'd love that.
You're throwing yourself under the bus.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh, hey.
All right. You there, Mendel?
Hey, Mendel. Hi.
Yeah, no, I had 2 consecutive power outages, so I had to wait for my router to reboot twice.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Almost
ready before the second one too.
All right.
So,
So we So we're just doing stars and wishes. Clint, you got any stars?
Yeah, thanks for letting me jump in, and I'm enjoying this as well. This is a cool system. It's only the second time I've gotten to play the game, and both other times they were both one-shots, so it'll be fun to actually keep doing another character, or keeping going with the same character, and let that grow a little bit. So I'm excited about that. Wishes, I want to see where I came from, and I want to know more about what you have done in the past. I'm picking up little bits and pieces, which is a cool way of kind of like learning this. So I want to keep knowing little bits and pieces of other mysteries that you've solved in the past. And Joe, thanks for letting my character jump on your back and like be there with that. That was cool of you. And I appreciate everyone letting me jump in. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, thanks for joining up. It's
no, it's good to have you.
Mendel, do you have any stars and wishes?
Yeah, So I do very much like the Sep's uncomfortable criminal. Like, you're good at it, but you really don't quite want to do it. Like, I like that dynamic where it's like it's not the generic, Oh yeah, no, sure. I'll take any chance to get a buck, right? You know, it's much more measured than that, and I like that. Joe, I'm going to be sad to miss whatever reveals there are about the initiate, as it were. Yeah, the way that we're almost getting to be frenemies is fun too. I look forward. And Clinton, I look forward to seeing how Carmen develops. But I like the I like how you've been playing her already. So that's really fun. And like you, as always, I like how we sort of found the tone this game and really like backed into it. Maybe we found the tone before, and my internet was just so bad I couldn't quite catch it. But I think this game really gelled well, so I'm very happy about that. And I just feel like there's a dynamic from you that helps to inform all of that. So I'm
Okay, cool.
So, and I wish I'd be here next session, but I won't. So have fun. So.
I mean, you can still say I wish. You can still say I want them to fight some werewolves, and I'll chuck them against some werewolves.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, well. So truthfully, you know what? I wish. I feel like the wish I would have as far as like a narrative story beat is I want to see someone else from the initiate or from the initiate's order show up as to clearly complicate the order. Like right now, he feels like, oh no, Horst was just an aberration. But you know, maybe Nate's the dude, and I think it would be nice to have like that implication that no, actually everyone else in the order is a monster, and they're just fooling you. So it doesn't have to be that. Like let's not presuppose the reveal, right? But yeah, I just feel like that's a good place to go. So
yeah.
Yep,
that's cool. Yeah, I agree. Clint slotted in easily. It all worked fairly well. Yeah, sorry about the 2-week break in the middle. It's just between illness and internet, and but fortunately we jumped back in pretty quickly, so that was cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right,